Dear students of the second year, hello and welcome. We will continue with the topics of microeconomics and the beginning with chapter 8 of Parkin's book entitled Utility. Utility and demand. After studying this chapter, dear students, we will be able to explain the limits to consumption and describe preferences using the concept of utility, explain the marginal utility theory of consumer choice, use marginal utility theory to predict the effects of changes in prices and incomes, and to explain the paradox of value. Describe some new ways of explaining consumer choices. First of all, we have to know consumption choices. The choices you make as a buyer of goods and services, and influenced by many factors, which economists summarized as, for example, consumption choices, preferences. And consumption choices are all the things that you can afford to buy. We will study the consumption choices of our example about Lisa, who buys only two goods: movies and soda. Consumer's budget line is a constraint. Consumption choices are limited by income. The price of movies and the price of soda. When Lisa spends all of her income, she reaches the limits of her consumption choices. Lisa's budget line shows the limits of her consumption choices. Let us show that on the following diagram. Consumption possibilities, points A, B, C, D. The two goods, movies, soda. If Lisa, for example, chose point A, the combination about movies and soda equal 0.0 units of movies and 10 units of soda. Point A. Point B means that if Lisa wants to increase movies from 0 to 1, she has to decrease soda from 10 units to 8 units. Point C, if Lisa wants to increase movies instead of 1 unit to 2 units, she has to decrease units of soda from 8 to 6, and so on. So the budget line, the line from A, B, C, D, E, F. Any point above this line, any point above the budget line, Lisa couldn't buy any more units. So Lisa can afford any of the combination at the points A to F. Some goods are invisible and must be bought in whole units at the points market. And if some goods are indivisible and must be bought in whole units at the points market, other goods are divisible goods and can be bought in any quantity. So budget line A, F. The line through points A to F is called lease support line. So the budget line is a constraint on Lisa's consumption choices. Lisa can afford any point on her budget line or inside it. Lisa cannot afford any points outside her budget line. We have to notice that budget line A to F, any points lies on the budget line, Lisa can buy any combination on the budget line, and any point below the budget line. So any point below the budget line, affordable unit. Any points above budget line, unaffordable unit. So Lisa can't buy any points above budget line. Consumption choices, preferences. Preferences, the choice that Lisa makes depends on her preferences, her likes. Preferences means her likes and dislikes. Her benefits or satisfaction from consuming a good or service is called utility. So, utility means benefits which Lisa gets. Total utility is the total benefits a person gets from the consumption of goods. Generally, more consumption gives more total utility. Any person seeks to maximize his utility, maximize his benefits. So Lisa here try to maximizing utility. The following table shows Lisa total utility schedule. Here, total utility from a good increases as the quantity of the good increases, but not forever. For example, as Lisa sees more movies in a month, her total utility from movies increases. Movies, for example, 0 unit benefits 0. If Lisa consumed 1 unit, total utility become 50 units. 2 units, total utility increases to 90. So the marginal utility from the unit number 2, we can get it by 90 minus 50. So the benefits which Lisa gets of the first one, 50 units of utility. Here we suppose that utility could be measured, and this assumption, not in reality, benefits couldn't be measured. We know it by sense. So if the 3 units give us 122 units of utility, units of benefits, so the unit number 3 only, unit number 3, we can get its benefits by subtract 122 units of benefits minus 90 units, and so on. Marginal utility, as we said before, from a good is the change in total utility that results from a unit increases in the quantity of good consumed. As the quantity consumed of a good increases, the marginal utility from it decreases. So marginal utility decreases as the consumer consumed more units of the goods or services. We call this decrease in marginal utility as the quantity of the good consumed increases the principle of diminishing marginal utility. Diminishing marginal utility. The following table shows how to calculate least marginal utility. As I explained 5 minutes ago, how can you get marginal utility? Marginal utility from a good decreases as the quantity of the good increases. Negative relationship between the two variables. For example, as the number of movies seen in a month increases, marginal utility from movies decreases. Movies, for example, if Lisa consumed 1 unit of movies, she can get 50 units of benefits. 2 units, total utility 90. So marginal utility 40. 90 minus 50. The 3 units give Lisa 122. So the unit number 3 gives her 32 units of benefits. Total utility 150, marginal utility 28. Total utility increases to 176, marginal utility become 26, and so on. The same thing we can say about soda, the other goods. This figure shows us another thing. The first unit which consumed give Lisa more benefits than the second one, and the second one gives her more benefits than the third one, and so on. This figure shows also total utility increases. You can see this curve increases, but by diminishing return. Total utility increases, not forever. So the figure shows Lisa's total utility and the marginal utility from soda. Total utility from soda increases as more soda is consumed. The bars along total utility curve showing the etc. total utility, which we called marginal utility, the utility of every unit alone from each additional case of soda. The figure shows or illustrates diminishing marginal utility. As Lisa increases the quantity of soda she drinks, her marginal utility from soda diminishes. Here, you have to notice that marginal utility could be equal 0 or could be minus, but total utility, no. Total utility couldn't. Total utility increases by diminishing, but not reaches to 0. Marginal utility decreases as units which consumed increases and could be equal 0 and could be negative. Utility maximizing choices, just affordable combinations. Lisa has, for example, $40 a month, her income $40 a month, to spend on movies and soda. The price of movies, suppose that equal $8, and the price of soda, the price of movies equal $8, and the price of soda equal $4 a case. Each row of table 8.2 shows a combination of movies and soda that exhausts Lisa income, which equal $40. Point C, for example, point C, the choice C, which Lisa consumed 2 units of movies and 6 units of soda. So the key assumption is that the household choices, the consumption possibility that maximize total utility, and a spreadsheet solution, the direct way to find the utility maximizing choice is to make a table in a spreadsheet and do the calculations. Number one, find the just affordable combination. Number two, find the total utility for each just affordable combination. And number three, the utility maximizing combination is the consumer choices. Here, find the total utility for each just affordable combination. For example, when Lisa sees one movie and drink 8 cases of soda a month, she gets 50 units of utility from one movie and 248 units of utility from the 8 cases of soda. Her total utility here is equal to 298 units. Where is the equilibrium point for Lisa? Consumer equilibrium condition. Lisa chooses the combination that gives her the highest total utility. Lisa maximizes her total utility when she sees 2 movies and drinks 6 cases of soda a month. Why? Lisa gets 90 units of utility from the 2 movies and 225 units of utility from the 6 cases of soda. So she maximized her utility. And at the same time, she maximized her utility at the same time, money which pay not more than her income. So consumer equilibrium is a situation in which Lisa has allocated all of her available income in the way that maximizes her total utility, given the price of movies and soda. Lisa consumer equilibrium in 2 movies and 6 cases of soda a month. So the choice number C is the best choice for her. She will consume 2 units of movies and 6 units of soda. $90 units total utility of movies and 225 of soda. So total utility from movies and soda 315 units of benefits. So what is the rule of maximizing utility? A consumer total utility is maximized when consumer total utility is maximized by the following rule, my dear students. Spend all available income, so our savings here equals 0. All of our income should be spent. Spend all available income and equalize the marginal utility per dollar for all goods. Equalize the marginal utility per dollar for all goods. So this is the 2 conditions which maximize utility for the consumer. Utility maximizing choices. In row B, quantity 1, marginal utility 50, marginal utility per dollar 6.25, marginal utility per dollar equals the marginal utility from a good divided by its price. Calling the marginal utility from movies MUM, marginal utility M, movies, and the price of movies BM, then the marginal utility per dollar from movies is marginal utility M divided by BM. So calling the marginal utility of soda MUS is abbreviation of soda, and the price of soda BS, then the marginal utility per dollar from soda is MUS divided by BS. By comparing marginal utility للM divided by BM and marginal utility for S divided by PS, we can determine whether Lisa has allocated her budget in the way that maximizes her total utility. So, utility maximizing rule, as we said before, a consumer's total utility is maximized by the following rule: spend all available income and equalize the marginal utility per dollar for all goods. Here, in Ropi, Lisa spends too much on soda and too little on movies. B, 8 units of soda and just one unit of movies. Too much soda. So MUS divided by PS less than MUM divided by BM, or price of M. If Lisa spends less on soda and more on movies, what will happen? MUS increases and MU, marginal utility for movies, decreases. So we will move to another point D. Too little soda, marginal utility for S divided by PS is greater than marginal utility for M divided by BM. So Lisa spends too little on soda and too much on movies. If Lisa spends more on soda and less on movies, MUS decreases, the marginal utility for soda decreases, and the marginal utility for M, movies, increases. In row C, marginal utility for S divided by BS, price of S, equal marginal utility for M, movies, divided by BM. So Lisa is maximizing utility by consuming 6 units of soda, as the graph shows, and 2 units of movies. So this is the condition of maximization of benefits for Lisa. A fall in the price of movies. When the price of a good falls, the quantity demanded of that good increases. This is the demand curve, slopes downward. This is the demand law, as we said before last year. For example, if the price of a movie falls, we know that marginal utility for M divided by BM rises. So before the consumer changes the quantities bought, marginal utility for M divided by BM is greater than or more than marginal utility for S divided by PS. To restore consumer equilibrium, or maximum or maximization للtotal utility, the consumer increases the movies seen to drive down the marginal utility for M and restore marginal utility for M divided by BM, the condition for equilibrium, equal marginal utility for S divided by BS. Prediction of marginal utility theory. If a change in the price of one good changes the demand for another good, you have seen that if the price of a movie falls, marginal utility for M divided by PM rises. So before the consumer changes the quantity consumed, marginal utility for M divided by PM more than marginal utility for S divided by PS. الكونديشن بتاع التوازن. The restore consumer equilibrium اللي هو الماكسمايزيشن للتوتال يوتيليتي. The consumer decreases the quantity of soda consumed to drive up the marginal utility for soda and restore marginal utility for M divided by PM equal marginal utility for soda divided by PS. Table 8.3 shows Lisa just affordable. As we said before, combination when the price of a movie is equal $4 before Lisa changes what she buys. Marginal utility for M divided by PM more than marginal utility for S divided by PS. And to maximize utility, Lisa sees more movies and drinks less soda to achieve the condition of equilibrium or consumer equilibrium, as we said before. The following figure 8.4 illustrates these predictions. A fall in the price of a movies. A fall in the price of a movie increases the quantity of movies demanded. A movement along the demand curve, as we explained last year. The change in price lead to change in quantity of demand, lead to move along the same demand curve from point to another point, and decreases the demand for soda. For example, shift of the demand curve for soda. So any other factor except the price changed lead to shift, maybe to right, maybe to left for demand curve. So change in demand, here change in demand, because change in any other factor except the price lead to shift for demand curve, to right or to left. But the change in price lead to movement along the same demand curve. Table 8.4 shows this is just affordable combination when the price of soda is equal $8 and the price of a movie is equal $4. Before Lisa changes what she buys, row A, you can see, tell us marginal utility for M divided by price of M more than marginal utility for S divided by BS. So not an equilibrium point. So to maximize her total utility, Lisa drinks less soda and more movie. Figure 8.5 illustrates these predictions. A rise in the price of soda decreases the quantity of soda demanded. A movement along the demand curve for soda because of a change in its price. But a rise in income, for example, when income increases, the demand for a normal good increases, shift to right. Given the price of movies and soda, when Lisa's income increases from $40 to $56 a month, she buys more movies and more soda. If we suppose that both the two goods are normal, not inferior goods. So normal goods, if the income increases, the demand will be increases also. So movies and soda are normal goods. Table 8.5 shows these predictions. Let us show. Lisa just affordable combination when she has $56 to spend with $40 to spend. Lisa sees 6 movies and drinks 4 cases of soda a month. If her income increases to $56 to spend, Lisa spends $16, so she buys more of both goods. She will consume more of movies and more of soda because of both the two goods are normal goods. So she sees 8 movies and drinks 6 cases of soda a month. Figure 8.6 illustrates these predictions. So, Lisa's demand for movies shift right because movie is considered normal good. So, if income increases, the demand for normal goods will shift the curve. The demand curve will shift to right. And soda also, the demand curve for soda also will shift to the right. So she will consume 10 units, 8 units of movies and 6 units of soda. Thank you very much.